Well, hello YouTube and welcome to my channel. Well, hello YouTube, my name is Rhema and welcome to my channel, finally. Okay, so clearly you know by the title of this video that I'm doing the BOOKTUBE newbie tag, and I wrote the questions down just so that I wouldn't forget anything. The first question is, why did you start this channel? Okay, well, I graduated college back in May 2017, May of this year. I'll put a picture right here just so you can see one of my graduation pictures. If I can figure out how to edit this software, I'll put a picture somewhere over here. But basically, throughout my past 4 years of undergrad, I did not read for fun. I was reading textbooks all the time, and I kind of got burnt out on that. I tried to read a few books here and there, but it took me forever to read them because I was always like sidetracked doing something else. So once I graduated, and after I went on my graduation trip to Disney World for the first time, which I might put a picture of that in here too somewhere, I decided, you know, I have a lot of free time in my hands, I'm going to read. So I decided to look on, and actually at this time I started working full-time in the job that I was working at part-time during the school year, which was I was a receptionist. So when the phone wasn't ringing, I was doing my homework, but I've graduated, so I didn't have any homework to. So before we get too far along into this video, I just want to apologize for how fast I'm talking. Please forgive me, I was nervous to do. So that's another reason why I decided, you know, it's the perfect time for me to start reading. So but the thing was, I didn't know where to start. Like, I was so out of the loop. Like, when I was in high school and stuff, I knew everything that was coming out. Like, I knew, like, you know, the Hunger Games, Divergent thing. Did that come out when I was in high school? I'm not sure. But I knew about all these different books just because I was in, like, you know, the know. But now I'm kind of out of it. So, like, how do I find out anything? So I went on Instagram to try to look and see if there's anybody who might, you know, just post books that they read. And to my surprise, there were a lot of people who do that. So I started looking through Instagram, making notes of books I wanted to read. And then I noticed that in a lot of these people's, like, bios, they had links to YouTube pages. So I went to that and found out that there's a whole community of YouTube of people who review books and read books and do these book challenges and have booktubeathons and stuff. And it was really cool to see because I was so used to seeing, like, makeup gurus and people who do hair and people who cook and stuff, and I didn't know that there's a community for everything on YouTube, and I didn't know that, you know, booktubing was one of them. So that made me really excited. So I was like, I used to always want to have a channel for something, and I wasn't that great at makeup in high school. I'm still kind of learning, but I was like, why would I create a channel for something I'm not good at? So anyway, I want to read, and I feel like booktube is a great way to kind of immerse myself in the culture. So I started it just because I feel like I could, and it's actually something that, you know, anybody can do as long as you love to read. You're not just doing it. So that's why I started it. The second question is, what are some fun and unique things you'll bring to BOOKTUBE? Well, okay, I hope nobody takes this the wrong way. So when I watch, like, makeup tutorials and things like that and hair tutorials, I always look for people that look like me because, you know, the way that they do things will work best for me. And it was kind of the same. I'm not saying that I don't watch anybody else, but when I first got to BOOKTUBE, I really wanted to see somebody that looked like me, like, you know, reading books, just because it makes it really relatable. And honestly, I've only seen one person. Her name is Naya from Naya Reasons Mouth, and she's my favorite one. But I do follow other people too. But, like, it's just something about that makes you feel like, you know, you're not alone, because I don't really know how to explain it. I just feel like it's really important for people to see representation, and I feel like me being a young African American woman, just graduated college, going to grad school, first generation college student, somebody who's unashamed to be a nerd, somebody who loves to read, that's important. So I think the unique thing I'm bringing is myself. You know, I think everyone is unique. Like, we all sounds like okay, I do feel like everyone is unique, and I'm just excited to bring my experiences in my life, the way I view things, to BOOKTUBE, and I hope that I inspire other people who are like me and unlike me to read as well. Okay, number 3 is, what are you most excited about from this channel? I think I'm excited about meeting other people. Like, I see other booktubers, like, they become friends and they might do meetups, and I do want to, like, travel to a book con one day, and maybe I'll be able to see the people that are also on here. And I just think it's like a good way to get to know more people, especially people with similar interests. And yeah, I think I'm most excited about meeting new people, and I would like to, you know, it'll be fun to have, like, people look into me a little bit for, like, things about stuff, I guess. Does that make any sense? I hope that makes sense. Number 4, why do you love reading? My parents say that, Like ever since I was little, like 3 years old, they always said that I said I was gonna learn to read. I don't know where that came from. I don't know why I was like that. It came. It was, I guess God instilled that in me. And before, I was reading before I got to kindergarten, and when I got to kindergarten, like the teachers were surprised and all this stuff. It was just I always wanted to read. I don't know, I guess I felt like reading is smart, so I want to be smart. So I always just wanted to read. But I don't think I loved reading when I was like little, but I'm like reading like good books. Like I used to just to read when I first started reading, just read because I knew what the word said. I was excited about that. But as I got older, it became more of I want to read good stories. And I don't even remember the first book I read that made me feel like, I'm trying to think. I feel like it was probably in elementary school, but I can't really remember exactly what books I read back then. But I know in middle school I read this book called The Skin I'm In, and I loved it. And I think it was by Sharon Flake. And I also read a book named Romeo and Juliet. If I went back and read those books now, I'd probably feel differently about them because I'm in a different place in my life. I'm older, and the book was written for somebody that's really young. So, but I remember those things. That's when I like really was like, I love the way it made me feel. I could relate to the characters. I could live through the characters. And so I love reading. Yeah, I love reading because it takes you somewhere else. It takes you out of your present place and it puts you somewhere else, takes your mind off things. It's like a cathartic release. I watch a lot of Netflix, and I watch shows that make me cry sometimes, shows that make me laugh out loud, and I feel like, and you always feel better when you do that. So I feel like reading is the same thing. You read something that brings out all these different emotions in you, and feeling is healthy. So that's what I love reading. It's just, it takes me different places and it makes me feel things. Number 5. What book series got you into reading? I was already into reading before I read any book series, but I guess I'll just use this to talk about favorite book series, I guess, which I'm not really sure. I loved Harry Potter. I love the Twilight series. When that came out, oh my gosh, I was in middle school. We were all over that. So the Twilight series, The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, I really love that. But none of them got me into reading. I was already into reading before I read them. What questions would you ask your favorite booktuber? Of course, as I said, my favorite booktuber is Naya Reads and Smiles. And I guess the question I would ask her is, can you upload every day? Because I love her videos. Like her personality and her bubbliness is just very inspiring. It always inspires me to read more. And I just love watching her stuff. I've watched almost all of her videos probably. I really love her channel. So I just ask, you know, can you like upload every day? But I know it's not really doable for most people. And the last question, number 7, what challenges do you think will be hardest to overcome with starting a booktube channel? Okay. So for me, like I said, I just graduated college. And I'm going to grad school. So I'm starting grad school like 2 weeks from tomorrow. Yeah, 2 weeks from tomorrow. I stopped working at my job that I had June 23rd. So it's been over a month. I could have been doing like booktube stuff like before then, but I was just being lazy. I was enjoying not having anything to do at all. So I feel like right now I'm kind of disappointed in myself for doing that. But I feel like right now the hardest thing for me is going to be the fact that I'm going into grad school. And I was just talking about how in undergrad I was like, I didn't really have time to read, even though I probably could have read a little more than I did, but I didn't really feel like reading was like up there for me because I had all this other stuff to do and think about. So I'm thinking like grad school, the work is another level. So I'm really hoping that, I'm worried about the consistency of my posts. Not even really that, it's like, am I going to be able to read like I want to? I really hope I am. I already have like a few video ideas from what I did this summer, from all the books I read this summer, but I'm really hoping that I can keep that up while I'm in grad school. My program is only a year, but I think the challenge that I'm hoping that I don't have to face, but the only challenge that I can see is consistency with my videos. But I think that's it for the BookTube newbie tag. I have 2 other video ideas that I'll probably record the other one today, but I got a haul. I ordered some books from Book Outlet. I ordered 7 books, so I wanted to do like a haul to show you guys what I got and talk about them and why, and what I'm most excited to read. And I also wanted to do like a recap of everything I read this summer and talk to you about how I felt about them, give you my, opinions, and without spoilers, of course, and encourage you guys, read them. So hopefully those other 2 videos plus this one will be up soon. If I can figure out how to edit these videos. It took me like an hour to figure out how to make an intro, so yeah. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you at the next video. Bye.